As a senior human rights expert at the AU, I just wondered whether you thought, in your opinion, that the current democratic systems, legal frameworks and policies in your member states actually encourage the fair involvement and participation of CSOs at the moment. I mean, what's the state of play at the moment in Africa?
Well, let me be honest with you and say this. 5 years ago, when I joined AU, the participation of civil society in the affairs, activities and programs of the African Union were almost like forbidden, acts. And whenever civil society are invited by the Commission to participate, there was always a rejection from our member states. But if you ask me today, I would say that that attitude has changed almost 100%. Now, if civil society is not there, is not present, we'll have to answer to our member states why we are not inviting civil society and why they were not invited. And I think this was also clear that when our heads of state and government decided to create or to develop within the structure of the African Union as an organ of the African Union, a council that is only for the participation of civil society, ECOSOC, which is a unique development at the regional, at the continental level. Yes. I think the African Union is the only continental organization that has an ECOSOC, an Economic, Social and Cultural Council, to ensure the participation of civil society. I would not say that there is no challenges, definitely. Still, there's some challenges in existence, but as you could see, the foundation is already there to try to really support our member states to allow and to assist civil society to freely participate and act, and we need the participation of civil society.
But what are the concrete actions that you believe that democracies in Africa can take to do things differently to ensure, real, genuine, fair participation of civil society, in terms of accountability, of course, as well?
Well, if you look at a number of African countries that have managed to stand up and say that democracy matters to them, that democracy is important for them, I think the outcomes are clearly very successful, very beneficial for the African people. We have good examples, and I'm not going to mention or single one or two or three of the African countries, but those, the African countries that they really succeeded in that regard, I think they became clear models and clear examples for us to follow. I would say again that there is really need for us as Africans, since this issue of democracy and good governance is part of our shared values, we need to stand up and to accept the responsibility of promoting democracy and good governance, allowing civil society to freely operate in Africa to promote democracy and good governance. It's a responsibility and it's a commitment that we should really make for the benefit of our African people. Otherwise, Africa, the Africa that we are dreaming about, the Africa that is prosperous, united, and free, will never be achieved. So that is the objective, and therefore we really collectively we need to work together for the achievement of that objective.